Super Mario Party Jamboree has 7 boards in the game. We got 5 originals and 2 N64 boards, one from Mario Party 1 and one from Mario Party 2. But what if the game has a hypothetical DLC called the Booster Board Pass, where we get 10 new boards, 1 board from each of the 10 traditional Mario Party games that came before this one. I'm gonna go through which boards should be included in this hypothetical DLC. Let me know if you agree. First up is Mario Party 1. I know that one already has Mario's Rainbow Castle, but I'm gonna include another board from this one for this hypothetical DLC. We're going Luigi's Engine Room. Take a look at just the setting. It looks very interesting. I didn't grow up with Mario Party 1. I grew up with Mario Party 5 and 6, so this reminds me a lot of EGAD's Garage. That's probably where it got inspired from. I like the pipe mechanics, allowing you to go from one side of the board to the other side, and it seems like a nice, fun, traditional Mario Party board with a great setting and some actually pretty solid soundtrack as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this one ever gets remade one day. Mario Party 2, I'm going Mysteryland. This one I've only played once before, and it's very interesting. There's 4 secluded islands with a couple of distinguishing paths that you can cross to get from one island to the other. Otherwise, you'd have to land on a question mark space, an event space, to have a bomb send you from one end to the other. It's kind of confusing, and sometimes you never really know which direction you're going to. At least I didn't the first time I played it, but as you can see, based on the map of the board, there are arrows designating which direction the board will take you depending on the event space that you land on. So there's a lot that could go on in this one, and it truly is a mystery where you're going to end up on this board. I think this one could be a great one to include in Jamboree if it gets DLC. Mario Party 3, I'm going simple. We're going Chilly Waters. It's the opening board in this game, and Mario Party Jamboree currently does not have an ice themed board, at least that I know of. You never know. Chilly Waters, I think, could fill that void. It's got a couple fun gimmicks with the little lake in the middle, could block some paths if anything goes wrong with the event spaces, and it's got a bunch of blue spaces. Seems like an overall just fun, lighthearted board that's relatively easy to navigate, and I think this one could be great to include in a possible Jamboree DLC one day. Mario Party 4, this one realistically won't have any boards included in this game because all of the 5 main stars and the hosts of Mario Party 4 are playable characters in Super Mario Party Jamboree, so it would be a little bit confusing if any of them had their own board as playable in Mario Party Jamboree. But Mario has his own board playable, so there's theoretically options to be had here. I'm gonna go with Shy Guy's Jungle Jam just because I think this is a very unique setting for a board. We don't really have a jungle themed board in Super Mario Party Jamboree just yet. And I think Jungle Jam has a fun aesthetic where you can just go across some bridges to cross some river rafters and can travel from one end of the stage to the other. I like those types of mechanics. It has some fun mini game sections as well, and a lot of different paths to take you from one end of the stage to the other, and you can possibly get some stars in certain areas. Overall, it's been a while since I played this stage, but based on looking on the map, it's kind of a lot of fun. For Mario Party 5, there was really only one option that I can go with, and it is the Pirate Dream. It is the most unique board setting in all of Mario Party 5 by far. I almost went with Future Dream just because I thought we could get a space-themed Mario Party board on here, but I saved that for a future Mario Party board. I had to go with Pirate Dream just because it's so iconic. You love the music in this one and love the triple, quadruple layering that this board has. Like, you could start at the very top of the mountain where the river rafter starts and where the top of the cave is and the mine carts and everything, or you can go all the way down to the pirate ship, which is the 4th level of this board, and there's just so many twisting paths. You can ride on the minecart rails, or you can climb up rocks and mountains, or try to avoid landing on a happening space to send you down the waterfall. There's a lot of different events this board has to offer, and you really never get bored playing this one, and I hope it comes back for Jamboree. I had a tough time picking a board for Mario Party 6 just because 1, there's a lot of good ones, but 2, some of the boards I don't think would necessarily reflect the current gameplay style that Jamboree has to offer, but I decided to go with Fair Square. I think this one is a great setting for a Mario Party board. The day and night mechanic makes it look really nice, especially at night. The majority of the gameplay happens around the center of the board because the star really stays in one location. It just changes currency amounts depending on if it's daytime or nighttime. If it's daytime, the currency stays at 20 coins per star, but if it's nighttime, it can go from anywhere from 5 to 45 coins per star, so that can really throw things for a loop. I love how the entire town is just surrounding that middle section where the star is, so there's a lot of different paths you can take. You can choose to go on the right side of the board to actually get a chance for a star if it's nighttime, instead of going all the way to the middle of the board to try your luck at getting a star or multiple stars depending on how many coins you have. So there's a lot of fun to be had on this board, a lot of different happening spaces to cause a bunch of fun different events, and overall I think this one is a board that can be included in Jamboree if done correctly. Mario Party 7 has a bunch of fun boards, but I decided to go with Neon Heights. We have a bunch of quadruple, even quintuple layering with the board, a lot of different levels this one has to offer. You can start at the very bottom, or you can go up a couple of layers into the Hollywood or baseball studios, even go up to the 4th level with Mario in the Statue of Liberty there, and even the 5th level where there is a spaceship where if you mash A fast enough with you and your partner, you can potentially even get a star depending on how fast you're able to get that going. It's not a single star location. There are 3 treasure chests, and one of them has a star, one has coins, and one has a bomb that would send you back to the start. So having that sort of mechanic in Jamboree, I feel like could be very interesting and could be a fun to bring back. Also, it has a really good music as well. A lot of these boards have great music. This one should be one that can be included in Jamboree. Next, we're gonna do Mario Party DS actually, before going on to 8. DS is a Mario Party game that I haven't played in a long time. So it's been a minute since I played any of these boards, but the board I'm gonna choose for this one is Kamek's Library. I feel like the host of Mario Party Jamboree, Kamek, needs their own stage. So we're gonna give him Kamek's Library. Kamek had a board in Super Mario Party on the Switch, the first Mario Party game that was on the Switch. In Jamboree, I feel like they should level up and get their Kamek's Library from Mario Party DS ported over to Mario Party Jamboree. I mean, just look at this one. You got 3 different levels on this one as well. A lot of crystal ball looking spaces on here, and just you're climbing over books and everything. A lot of different paths you can take, and whether you end up going in the right direction to get the star or not is really up to you. A lot of things can happen that can really shuffle up gameplay when it comes to this stage. Again, been a little bit since I played this one, so I'd be excited to give this one another shot if it gets ported over to Jamboree. But then again, I'd be happy if any Mario Party DS stage gets added because it's been a minute since I played that game. Kamek's Library, though, I know is the more popular choice amongst all the stages, so I'm going for it. All right, Mario Party 8. There's a lot of fun boards in Mario Party 8, but for Jamboree, I ended up going with King Boo's Haunted Hideaway. This kind of has the same problem as Mario Party 4, where a lot of the hosts of the boards are actually now playable characters in Jamboree. One of them who isn't, though, is King Boo. So I feel like King Boo deserves to have his own board in Mario Party Jamboree. If he's not going to be a playable character, designate that playable role to the common Boo enemy instead, which I'm totally happy with. King Boo, though, I feel like deserves his own stage. And this one is a great one in Mario Party 8. I really enjoy playing this one just because the path changes every single time. You never know where King Boo is, because if you go to the space where King Boo is, he's going to give you a star. If you go to a spot where King Boo's not there, then you're just going to fall into a pit and you're going to end up right back at the start. So there's multiple twisting paths and they go random every single time, so you never truly know where you're going. A fantastic gimmick for a Mario Party stage, one that I think could be implemented really well in Jamboree if they add this one in. And now Super Mario Party will be the last game we'll be talking about today. We're not going to do Mario Parties 9, 10, Island Tour, Star Rush, or Superstars, just because the first 4 games don't really have Jamboree favored boards. They're all linear boards, so it wouldn't make sense for Jamboree's gameplay, bringing it back to the original style of Mario Party. And also Superstars just has N64 boards brought back to this one, so it doesn't actually have any original boards to be brought back over to Jamboree. So with that being said, Super Mario Party will be our last Mario Party talking about today, and I'm going to go with King Bob-omb's Powder Keg Mine. Once again, King Bob-omb, a character that's not currently playable in Jamboree, though if it adds DLC, it'd be great to have him as a playable character. For the time being, though, he is not a playable character in Jamboree, so it makes sense for him to have his own stage in a Mario Party game once again from Super Mario Party ported over to Jamboree. And Super Mario Party has some pretty lame stages, I'm not gonna lie, so it made it rather tough to choose one that I think could fit Jamboree's playstyle. And if they were to bring this one into Jamboree, I think a lot more work needs to be done to it, where they should add more spaces, kind of what they did with bring back some of the older Mario Party stages into Mario Party Superstars, just adding more spaces and leveling up those boards. I think this board could use a huge level up, especially if they're going to bring it back to Jamboree. That's really the only reason I can see a Super Mario Party stage being brought back. But I do like the theming and the music around King Bob-omb's Powder Keg Mine. It's got a bunch of event spaces in the middle of the board where you can lose only half of your coins if King Bob-omb gets blown up. I think they should have the Bowser Spaceland mechanic where if he does blow up and you're in the vicinity, you lose all of your coins instead. I think that would make for a much greater and much bigger threat of a mechanic. And besides just being a square around King Bob-omb, I feel like there could be some branching paths or even some pipes to take you in different areas of the stage. So a lot of improvements can be made for the stage in Super Mario Party Jamboree, but I'm excited to see if they bring one of these stages over to the game. But that's it, guys. Just a quick video for you guys today. Me just talking about the 10 stages from each of the original themed Mario Party games that I think should be brought over to Jamboree if they were to do a booster board pass. Which board from which Mario Party game do you think should be included in Jamboree as DLC that I didn't talk about today? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. I like a lot of the Mario Party boards, so I wouldn't be upset if any new board got added to Mario Party Jamboree from one of the older games. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my members for being so supportive to the channel. I really do appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you are new. Stay all pro, and I'm out of here.